Okay, I'm going to show you how to make my Fleur stitch, and I guess I'll just show you what it looks like first. This is it at the top of the hat right here. This is the stitch right here. Quite a beautiful stitch. There. I should be able to see it really good like that. So there it is. And I'm just going to show you how to make that stitch. So first we're going to do owl eye. So I'm just going to go over the first peg, the end peg, and then to do owl eye when we're starting a stitch, we just knit over the first peg, and then we go behind it, over peg 1 and 2, and then just knit it over. And then around peg 1, over peg 2, and knit it over. And wherever your yarn is at peg 1. So round peg 1 and over 2, and knit off. And you're keeping it nice and loose. And try not to split your yarn. Okay, and we just keep doing that. And this is owl eye stitch, which is the first stitch in this pattern. So there we go. And wrap peg 1 over it, and we wrap peg 1 and flat wrapping over the end peg to end it. Okay, now that's row 1. Row 2 for the Fleur stitch is we're just going to knit over the end peg, and then we're going to E-wrap over 2 pegs. So this peg, second last peg, and this peg, we're just going to go behind 2 pegs and in front of them, and then keep going and wrap over the next 2 pegs and the next 2 pegs. So take a closer look here, and what I did was I E-wrapped these 2 pegs together, went behind, and I E-wrapped these 2 pegs together, went behind, and then I E-wrapped these 2 pegs together. So these pegs are connected, and then there's a yarn behind that connects the connected pegs. And then I'll just flat wrap over this one to hold it. And then our third row, well, first we gotta knit it over. I'm ahead of myself. So let's just knit it over. There we go. Then I'm just gonna knit over to start this row. Now we're gonna wrap 2 pegs together again, but we need to alternate them. So these 2 pegs were wrapped, these 2 pegs were wrapped, these 2 pegs were wrapped. So what we're going to do is just E-wrap 1 peg, and then we'll E-wrap these 2 pegs together, and then we'll wrap these 2 pegs together. And I should have just wrapped them all, because then it's easier for you to look at your work. But yeah, it's just E-wrapping the 2 pegs together. That's all you do. And so then you're going to come back in owl eye. So to do owl eye this way, we're going to wrap over peg 1, go behind peg 1, over peg 1 and 2, because we're going this way now. Behind peg 1, over peg 2, and knit it over. At peg 1, behind peg 1, over peg 2, and then we're just knitting it over. And there we go, there's our owl eye row. And then we're going to E-wrap 2 pegs, and so this time we're starting from a different side, but we go behind peg 1 and 2, wrap them, behind peg 1 and 2, 3 and 4, wrap them, and behind 5 and 6, and wrap them. Just E-wrap in 2 peg pairs, and then I'm just going to knit this over here to hold it, and then I'm just going to put them over. and then back again. And we're just gonna E-wrap two pairs again, but we have to alternate it. So we're just gonna E-wrap one peg, and then we're gonna E-wrap these two pegs together, and these two pegs together, these two pegs together. There, and we're starting to get the pattern. There, you can see it here. This is the stitch. So there it is, looking really pretty. And that's all there is to it. 3-row peg pattern. First row is owl eye, second row E-wrapping 2 stitches, third row E-wrapping 2 stitches, but alternating them so the same 2 stitches aren't wrapped. And that's all there is to it, and I hope you enjoy it, find fun things to make, and thank you for watching.